gentleman from Illinois is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If I was to describe Jeffrey Epstein as a nice family man who works in finance, you might question why I was saying that. Well, if someone says that something that is neither a coin nor stable is a stable coin, you might question why they're saying that, because they aren't stable. Terra, which was a stable coin, collapsed to 30 cents and wiped out $40 billion in investor value. That was an algorithmic stable coin. More recently, as the ranking member has noted, USDC, a so-called stable coin, fell to 88 cents and only exists today because taxpayers bailed them out. These are some of the reasons why central bankers last week issued a warning that stablecoins threaten global financial stability and need a much more restrictive regime than traditional finance. The Genius Act ignores all those experts and instead ties stablecoins into our financial system, but without the safeguards that are required by banks and investment companies. As the ranking member noted, this allows big tech companies to issue stablecoins, amass consumer data, at the same time we're gutting the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau that protects consumers. It allows issuers to cherry pick the lightest touch regulator between the federal government and any of the 50 states. Rather than fixing the problems created when Silicon Valley Bank collapsed, it makes them worse by saying that you can have uninsured deposits, but if there is a run on a future Silicon Valley Bank, the stablecoin issuers have a superior claim over every single person in this room who has a legitimate deposit in that bank. My colleagues have said this has a one-to-one requirement, except that that's not audited. There's only an audit requirement for companies over $50 billion in asset, which is only 2 stablecoins. So Donald Trump's stablecoin just has to say, I attest that there was value in here on the 30th day of the month, and you don't have an auditor. That ain't one-to-one certification. Finally, the Genius Act is a missed opportunity to limit foreign influence. We know that recently a convicted money launderer wrote the code so that the United Arab Emirates could buy $2 billion of Trump's stablecoin, which allowed President Trump to earn $30 million on the transaction. Now this convicted felon...
Gentleman's time's expired.
To the gentleman, additional
And I should clarify here, the convicted felon I'm referring to is the guy for insider trading.
Time's expired.
An additional 15 seconds to the gentleman.
The convicted felon I'm referring to is the guy who ran Binance, not the president, but he's seeking a presidential pardon. So the Genius Act sets the stage for an exponential crisis and allows the president to continue cheapening the office for his own financial gain, and I urge a strong no.
As a reminded,